Yo, what's good? Welcome to another episode of Witty Bars. And in today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down some of the lyrics that Geechi Gotti and KCJ had. But before I even start going into that, I want to just give an overall review of the battle. So, in my opinion, I felt like the battle was really great. It had a mixture of everything. There was bars, there was stage presence, there was... I felt like both people were adapting to their opponents as the rounds went on. And I feel as though, like, overall, this battle was a great battle. I would give it, like, an 8 out of 10 as a battle. I felt like both people came prepared. Geechi Gotti was ready. He didn't take it easy on her. And also, KCJ didn't take it easy on Geechi Gotti. I felt like she was prepared, too. She had some really good material. I think she lost energy in the second round, and I'm going to get into that a little bit. But overall, I think the battle was a great battle. I think if I had to pick a winner, I would say Geechi Gotti won. I think overall he had more... He had better lines. Now, what I did was, I didn't write out every single line, or I don't have all the lyrics in front of me. What I did do, though, is I looked at the battle, and I picked all the lines that I felt was the dopest lines. And also, I picked, like, a minimum of 2 lines, a maximum of 4 lines, because these were very short rounds, 2 minutes. So, because they were 2 minutes, there wasn't, like, a lot of things, because I do feel like there was a lot of filler in some of these lines, or some of these rounds, but overall, I picked the bars that I felt was the best bars that people had, and I'm gonna give you my opinion on them, and my opinion on the battle overall. So overall, battle was good, but let's jump into these bars, though. So round 1, Casey had a line that she said something about, I'll put a part in your head better than the chick who braids your stuff. That was fire, because she was basically talking about how, Geechi Gotti has braids, and she was saying that she'll take she'll have a gun and she'll put a part in his head from the gun. That was fire to me. She said this chopper will make you lay down, headshot, knock your brains out. Now he on the porch like R. Kelly with half his braids out. That was fire. That was so fire, because, R. Kelly has the famous image with half his braids out, and she was just saying, like, basically... it's pretty self-explanatory, but it was a fire line. It was a fire line. Then she had another line that was fire as well. I noticed that she was doing a lot of name flips. Not Geechi Gotti name flips, but his actual name. So his name is Marcus Van Troy, which I didn't know that until this battle, because I saw how many name flips she was using. So I went back and I did my research. All right? I did my research. Okay? So tell Kanye I did my research. And I have no idea what this has to do with Kanye, but... she was wildin', okay? She was wildin'. The next line she had, she said, the person who births Mark, the person who birthed Mark gonna have to identify him by his tattoos. That was fire. That was fire. That was a fire line. I felt like that. I never heard anybody hit Geechi Gotti with these types of name flips before, so I thought that was fire. Another line that she had in round 1 that was crazy to me was every clip shot in the car. She said every clip getting shot in the car with this LA chopper. Let's see if this Crip know how to become an LA Dodger. That was crazy. I don't know. Like, people didn't react to that, as much as they should have to me. I felt like that was fire. It was pretty self-explanatory, but... it's pretty self-explanatory, you know what I'm saying? But overall, I felt like it was a fire line, the way that she used it and all that. Then she had some Marcus fan, like, she was saying about, like, Marcus is a fan, Troy, and his real, she was talking about smack, but Geechi Gotti's name is Marcus Fan Troy, so she had a whole bunch of name flips around his name. I think that this was fire. Like, overall, this round from Casey was fire. It took her some time to heat up, but then, like, when she did heat up, it was crazy to me. And I like the energy. That's one thing I will highlight with round 1. Her energy was crazy. Like, I think she needed that aggression. I think she definitely needed that aggression to really, like, differentiate herself from other females. Because a lot of female people in battle rap, specifically females, they don't come out with a lot of aggression. So I like that she came out with a lot of aggression. All right, so let's go into round Geechi's round. Still round 1, but Geechi's round. So this dude, first off, he came out the gate like, just, he had a funny bar in the beginning. He was talking about her features and saying that she has very strong features. And he said a line that he had was like, I could do a song with Luke Castro and Mark Henry and still wouldn't have stronger features than you. That was fire to me. You know what I'm saying? Because he's basically talking about music features, but then he's also talking about her, like her features are that strong, so he's clowning her a little bit. And we don't see a lot of people do that. Another line that Geechi had in this round was, the only thing Jazz can show you is how to blow sax. That was crazy. It was funny too, though. It was kind of funny. It was kind of witty. So, Geechi Gotti with them witty bars, you know what I'm saying? But it was witty, but it was definitely a crazy line. Like, I don't know how people didn't really react to that, because saxophones, but like blow sax, like crazy to me. And then another line that he had in this whole round was, the only eye I'm worried about is the witness. So he's talking about basically if he do something to her, the only thing he's really concerned about is whoever is witnessing what he's doing. He's concerned about that. Overall, though, I feel like these bars, like, I think there was a lot of filler in this round, or like some things Geechi just took too long to get to the punch with. But I still feel like this round was still fire. Like, overall, everything that was said, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like he had a lot. Now, jumping into round 2, I think Casey definitely lost some of her energy. It just seemed like maybe she felt like she lost the first round, so her confidence was gone or something like that. But just her energy was just not the same as the first round. Like, that's one thing I definitely noticed. Her energy was down. But she had better bars in this round than in her previous round, in my opinion. Like, one of the lines she said was, how this lifestyle change your currency, but you still trying to be a crypto. Like, that was crazy to me. It was kind of a reach because crypto and crypto is different, but at the same time, it's wordplay, it's creativity, and, it's kind of fire to me. Then another thing she had was, I'll give you 2 from this piece and be at peace with it, or just buck it under your chin, think it's a leak in it. Like, that was fire to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was crazy to me, and nobody really reacted to that. And I thought that was crazy because I'll give you 2 from this piece and be at peace with it, but like, deuces, like, it was crazy to me. But then also 2 from the piece, like. So overall, it was a lot of gun bars. Now, one thing I will say, though, is that I prefer when females are rapping that they don't use gun bars. Like, talk about something else, you know what I'm saying? But as far as, because it's not, I don't know, it's just, she don't really seem like the type of person to come out on you with a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe her. So that's the reason why I would prefer for her to not rap like this. But overall, I think the lines that she had was fire, though. So I can't lie, I can't deny and say that the lines was trash, because they weren't. Then also, she said, you think I give her F? And, I'm not trying to grow this channel. I ain't trying to get demonetized, so I'm not cursing. You think I give her F that you number 1 on the app? When y'all can't tell me a time I haven't won on the app, you say I'm doing voodoo, and you running with that? Well, I got a stick, and I can't wait to pin one in his back. That was, bruh, like, what? I like that line. Because that was basically a current events line. Like, everybody has been saying that she been doing voodoo, because a lot of people she been battling has been choking, and they've been blaming it on Casey and trying to figure out what Casey has been doing to all these battlers. And she like, you running with that? Well, I got a stick that I can't wait to pin in your back. Like, that was crazy to me. I felt like that was fire. So I think the only thing, like I'll say, is like, if she would have delivered these bars with more energy like she did in the first round, I think this round would have been better than her first round. But she lost her energy. I felt like that was because she really probably felt like she lost the first round. So yeah, she lost all her energy. Now, when we go into Geechi Gotti's second round, he had some, all of these lines were crazy. I know I keep saying it's crazy, but like, for real, this whole battle was fire to me. The line that I like that he said in the second round, he said, upper echelon, to reach this level, you're going to need more than a staircase. I'm upper echelon, to reach this level, you're going to need more than a staircase, right? But he was saying, like, because her name is Casey, so that was a name flip, kind of, you know what I mean? Some could say it's a reach because her name, nobody calls her Case. Everybody calls her Casey, and her name is Casey, but it's still fire. Then he had something, he had another line that said, he said, all you do is suck, you know what? Recite their lines, then then reap the benefits. In both instances, all you do is use your mouth without a doubt. Whoever he said, whoever penis going in, that's who pen is coming out. That was crazy. That was crazy. Because the word association, like, it's the same thing. It's spelt this. It's pen is penis together, right? So that was a crazy fire. I mean, crazy line. That was crazy to me. Like, to be honest, that was the best. I would say that was bad. That was bar of the whole battle. Like, there was nothing that she said or that he said that tops that line. So yeah. And then he also said, if I ever had to write for a chick, it's gonna come with a left. So he's talking about, if I ever had to write for a chick, it's gonna come with a left. Like, bruh, because you know all of the allegations around Casey having a ghostwriter and stuff like that. Like, that's something that's really big in battle rap right now. They say that QP has been writing for Casey, so he's saying, like, he said he ain't never write for Coffee. You know, Coffee is somebody who he's, you know, a female battle rapper that is associated with Geechi Gotti. And he's saying, he said he never wrote for her, and he said if I ever had to write for a chick, it's gonna come with the left. So that's the only way he'll ever write for someone, is if he gonna hit them. You know what I'm saying? Then Casey's round 3. I feel like Casey picked her back up on the energy because she probably felt like her energy deteriorated or kind of went away in the second round, and maybe somebody told her, or maybe she caught a hint of it, but I could definitely see that she was adjusting to the opponent in round 3 because his round was crazy. First off, Geechi Gotti was going over time. Like, he kept rapping even though they kept calling time on him, and he was already winning. He was wilding for respect. I honestly thought that the judges was gonna deduct some points for that, because, like, you know, you gotta rap to the time limit, but I wouldn't deduct points for that because it's only 2 minutes to rap. So, but I thought that was gonna be like a stupid thing, like, oh, Geechi Gotti went over the time limit, so we can't give him this point or whatever. I thought somebody was gonna say something like that. But she had a couple of cool lines, but the main thing was she picked back up on her energy. So she said, been making these bodies look good. It's not a new hustle. Miss Hustle. Got arrested. She talked about how Geechi Gotti got arrested for robbing Walgreens. And she was trying to say, like, bruh, you supposed to be out here banging, cripping, doing all this stuff, but you out here getting arrested for robbing Walgreens. Like, I thought you supposed to be this big, scary crip that everybody talks about, but you robbing Walgreens. You know what I'm saying? And then she had another line that said, put a stop to everything that's got like a vasectomy or something like that, she said. But overall, this round from Casey was good. I just felt like her best round was her second round, in my opinion. I just felt like in terms of material, in terms of like delivery and everything, I think her first round was her best round. But in terms of material, if she would have delivered her material in the second round like she did in her first round, that would have been her best round to me. The round 3, she had a good angle, but I kind of think it backfired a little bit because Geechi Gotti rebutted a lot of the stuff that she said. And I also felt like there was a lot of fillers and the punchlines didn't really hit that hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though been making bodies look good, this is not a new hustle, was an okay line. It wasn't like it was a fire line. It was a fire line. I'm not gonna say it was okay. It was fire, but it was kind of like okay. You know what I mean? Like, what else? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like something that's like, I don't know. Her punches could have been a little bit better. Now, round 3, Geechi comes out the gate, rebuttals that Walgreens bar. You know what I'm saying? He talks about how you can make more money from robbing Walgreens when you take the pills and you sell them on the streets, how much money you could get. Then he said, he had another line where he said, why is you worried about a house party? Go get your kid and play. Because one of the things that he was talking about is that he never seen her post a picture of her kids on Instagram. Like, she has all these pictures of herself on Instagram, all these pictures of all these events, her doing all this stuff, but she has no pictures of herself and her kid on Instagram. So he's saying, yo, you need to go spend some more time with your kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you need to be focusing on. You see, so Geechi was talking spicy. He was telling her she needed to go spend some more time with her kids. So then he had another line. He said, they knew me and Nitty was catching bodies. That's why they gave us a court case. That was fire. That was a fire line. The reason why is because Nitty was battling Cortez and Geechi was battling KCJ. So that was just a play on words. That was a name flip for both of their names. And that was just a fire line. So overall, I feel like this battle was fire. I think Geechi got it 2-1. I just feel like Geechi's second round was crazy. I think that was the craziest round of the whole night. And I also feel like the rebuttals were crazy. I think he was more consistent. Like, Casey in the last round had some stumbles. She messed up some stuff, but then she caught it back. But overall, I just feel like, number one, I think that this does solidify, like, this puts Casey up there in that conversation of, like, top female battlers right now, because she's the only female battler who made it that far, and I was expecting Official to make it further than her. I honestly think Official is a better rapper than her, but for whatever reason, I mean, she had an easy, I'm not going to say she had an easy bracket. She had a hard bracket. She had people like New Jersey Twerk, but these people just didn't deliver. Like, they choked. They didn't have good performances. And I don't want to say that to take away from her performance, because a lot of people do that. They say, oh, like, yeah, Twerk just choked, right? Like, that's why. But at the end of the day, that's on Twerk. It's not on KCJ at all. So, good performance from KCJ. I just think Geechi Gotti edged it. I can't wait to see what's going to happen for the rest of the tournament. But that's my recap. That's my review. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.